With all the hype surrounding Borderlands 3, a couple of RPG game announcements for the PlayStation 4 have gone a little bit underlooked, and that's what I want to highlight mainly in today's video. Specifically, the announcement of the darkly humorous classic RPG and Paranoia Happiness is mandatory, as well as Torchlight 2 officially being confirmed to come to consoles this fall. But of course, since Borderlands 3 did get announced, might as well go over some Borderlands information as well. So after that, want to go over some more Borderlands 3 information that is going a little bit under the radar. I want to go through all the details about the various additions that are available, pre-order bonuses, Borderlands the Handsome Collection also being discounted, and remember that game has just gotten a sizable update, as well as Borderlands Game of the Year Edition being released. So we'll talk Borderlands 3, we'll talk those releases after we highlight these two RPGs that have gone a little bit underlooked. So first up, again, we have the darkly humorous classic RPG in Paranoia Happiness is mandatory. That's been confirmed for the PlayStation 4, a new RPG coming from publisher Big Ben Interactive and developers Black Shamrock and Cyanide Studio. And it's a pretty interesting game. I want to go through the description page, so let's go through it. Paranoia is a classic RPG that takes place in humanity's last idyllic refugee, Alpha Complex, which is controlled by Friend Computer. All citizens enjoy a life of joy, cheerfulness, and cleanliness. Questioning the benevolence of Friend Computer is an act of treason. Beyond your security clearance is an act of treason. Refusing to drink your daily dose of Bounty Bubble beverage is an act of treason. Treason is punishable by summary execution. Stay alert and trust no one. Traitors are everywhere, plotting to destroy the computer, Alpha Complex itself, and our precious way of life. Identify them, report them, or eliminate them as the treasonous scum they are. Keep your laser handy. You lead a team of troubleshooters with red security clearance. Your job is to find trouble and shoot it. Friend Computer monitors your every move, alert for any sign of treason, and will undoubtedly reward you for your prompt and heroic action in defense of Alpha Complex, or punish treasonable acts, possibly by assigning you to be used as a reactor shielding. So you can see some pretty zany storytelling here, and how you interpret the story is really going to be left to your own devices. The game does also tout some key features, specifically a retro-futuristic world filled with technologies as wondrous as they are deadly. Create and lead a team of 4 troubleshooters working for Friend Computer. Choose your specializations from 16 available skills, unique character progression through cloning. If you die, you progress. A tactical combat system with active pause, inspired by classic CRPG games, and original enemies including malfunctioning robots, aggressive drinks dispensers, and defective clones. An announcement and revelation trailer was uploaded. Looks to be a pretty interesting RPG. Sure, it's not as big budget as, say, a Borderlands 3 that's just been announced, but from a premise standpoint, I have some interest in it, and again, it'll be out sometime in 2019. Moving on from that, here's an announcement that came a little while ago, but hardly anyone really brought light to it, and that is the fact that Torchlight 2 is coming to consoles this fall. Yes, the 2012 dungeon crawling action RPG is coming back and now to the PlayStation 4, and I can understand why there isn't a ton of anticipation for it, given the fact that we do have incredible games like Diablo 3 and Path of Exile kind of taking that dungeon crawling helm. However, Torchlight 2 as another game definitely adds some depth. The console version itself is being ported by Panic Button, and Torchlight 2 was a significant improvement upon the first Torchlight, and Torchlight 1 was a game that got a lot of attention on PC. Torchlight 2 did as well. Unfortunately, over the years, it's kind of been forgotten about, especially again with the release of Diablo 3, with that game getting better through expansions, with the release of Path of Exile, and both of those games being available on the PlayStation 4. Yeah, I can see why you could see Torchlight 2 being as a game that doesn't really have a place in the market right now. However, if it's priced accordingly, I do think it could be something of note. Torchlight 2 is filled to the brim with randomized levels, enemies, and loot. Capturing all the flavor and excitement of the original, Torchlight 2 expands the world and adds features players wanted most, including online multiplayer. Once again, the fate of the world is in your hands. The game will feature a variety of different characters, specifically 4 classes to choose from. Each class can be played as either male or female, with customized cosmetic features and looks to make your hero stand out. Of course, multiplayer is a big focus of Torchlight, and playing the game with a couple of friends makes it even better, and you'll be able to do that when the game drops on the PlayStation 4. There's an open world, explore the vast overworld and multiple hub towns of Vildarin, fight through rain, snow, day, and night. Level randomization ensures new layouts, paths, loot, and monsters every time you play, so there is a little bit of longevity attached to the game and replayability, with the game having a varied degree of levels. It also has new game, plus the game's not over until you say it is. Once you've beaten Torchlight 2's primary campaign, you can start it again with the same character for a significantly greater challenge. You'll keep all the skills, gold, and gear you worked so hard for. And lastly, pets and fishing are a part of the game. Popular features make their return in Torchlight 2 in improved form, more choices, better effects, and your pet will still make the run to town to sell your loot so you don't have to. I imagine that Torchlight 2 isn't going to get a great reception on the PlayStation 4 from a commercial standpoint, again, just because it's been 7 years since the game dropped on PC, and the fact that it is competing with Diablo 3 and Path of Exile, both of those games making waves on PlayStation 4, especially Path of Exiles, which was just released, definitely has a lot of attention right now. I don't really know how much attention Torchlight 2 is going to muster, however, it is a game that I really enjoyed when I played it on PC back when it came out, so I'm excited to see it come to PlayStation 4. Hey, I'll always be of the mindset that we can't have enough great dungeon crawling action RPGs, and while I would say that Torchlight 2 firmly kind of falls in that number 3 spot behind Diablo 3 and Path of Exiles, that's not really saying a lot considering the excellence of those games, and I think Torchlight 2 can still be something worth checking out. Alright, so those are 2 new RPGs that have been announced for the PlayStation 4. Paranoia Happiness is mandatory and Torchlight 2. Both of those games are dropping sometime in 2019. We know that Borderlands 3, however, is going to be dropping on September 13th, and there's a lot of information about the game that's going a little bit under the radar, so I want to highlight that a little bit. First of all, the game will be dropping on September 13th, but you're going to be able to buy a variety of different editions. First of all, there's the standard edition. That'll be $59.99 with the base game. You'll also get the pre-order bonus of gold weapon skins as well as a weapon trinket. The deluxe edition, on the other hand, will be $79.99. The deluxe edition includes the base game as well as this bonus digital content. You've got retro cosmetic pack, that's Vault Hunter head and skin, Echo device skin, and a weapon skin. You'll also get the neon cosmetic pack, Vault Hunter head and skin, Echo device skin, weapon trinket. You've got the Gearbox cosmetic pack, weapon skin, weapon trinket, the Toy Box weapon pack, toy grenade mod, weapon trinket. You'll also get an XP and loot drop boost mods, and you'll get the aforementioned pre-order bonuses. Now, all of that is great. The one thing that's really concerning to me is the fact that there's an XP and loot drop boost mods. I talked about this a little bit in the past. However, I am not a big fan of XP boost being included in games. I saw what it did in Assassin's Creed Origins and Assassin's Creed Odysseys, and those 2 games are really the ones that I can harken back to, and those XP boosts being a deterrent to the game. Somebody like me, yes, I like to do the side content here and there, but I don't like to be shoehorned and forced to do side content to progress through the game, and that's really how it came across in AC Origins and AC Odyssey. I really hope that's not the case in Borderlands 3. I doubt that it will be, but I really don't want to see this continue to be a regularity in gaming, so hopefully that isn't the case with BL3. We'll see. Outside of that, there's also the Super Deluxe Edition, which will be available for $99.99. However, there's a caveat to this. It's a limited time pricing with this edition, starting September 17th, so 4 days after release. The digital version of the Borderlands 3 Super Deluxe Edition will update to the full MSRP of $119.99, so $120. As far as the Super Deluxe Edition goes, it includes all the bonus digital content and pre-order bonus of the Deluxe Edition, plus the Borderlands 3 Season Pass, which includes a sizable amount of content, specifically featuring new stories, missions, and challenges, and you'll get the Butt Stallion weapon skin, weapon trinket, and grenade mod. Again, that'll be hitting the market for $99.99, comes with everything from the Super Deluxe Edition, and then you drop an extra $20 essentially to get the Season Pass as well. However, starting September 17th, 4 days after the game officially releases, it will rise to $120, so that's something to definitely note. And lastly, Borderlands 3 will have the Ultimate Super Collector's Edition called the Diamond Loot Chest Collector's Edition for $250. Celebrate the return of the original shooter looter with the Diamond Loot Chest Collector's Edition, a swag explosion of collectibles dig-structed straight from the worlds of Borderlands 3, available exclusively at GameStop, which is interesting because Borderlands Game of the Year Edition also has an exclusive agreement with GameStop, so it seems like to me 2K Games and GameStop have a little bit of a working relationship going on right now. Nothing too major, but hey, good for GameStop because they need some partnerships like this. And this edition includes the full game Season Pass and all the bonus digital content and pre-order bonus of the Super Deluxe Edition, plus you'll get a Diamond Loot Chest replica featuring a functional retractable lid. The chest is perfect for storing your real-world loot. You've got 10 Borderlands 3 character figurines. Make room on your shelf for the whole crew, including the 4 new Vault Hunters, the fanatical Calypso twins, and some of your favorite characters from the Borderlands universe, approximately 3 inches tall. You've got 4 Vault Key keychains, cloth galaxy map, 5 character art lithographs, as well as it all coming in a Borderlands 3 steel bookcase, a gorgeous metal case for any collector's shelf. Again, that'll be coming at a hefty $250. Okay, so that's all of the news with Borderlands 3. I did want to go over all of those various editions. There's a lot more information to digest. I just wanted to go through the different editions available. I'll go through all of the other information as we gather it and as we digest all of it in a future video, so stay tuned for more Borderlands 3 coverage. However, I also did want to highlight that over on the PlayStation Store right now, you can check out Borderlands The Handsome Collection, 75% off for $14.99. It never goes any cheaper than this, and I actually believe typically on the PlayStation Store it's around the $19.79 price point, so this might be the cheapest it's ever been. Don't quote me on that. $15 is a regular price we'll see Borderlands the Handsome Collection for physically, but $15 on the PS Store is really great, and it's really great right now because they just released a 4K Ultra HD texture pack or whatever the case may be. The game's gonna look even better now on the PlayStation 4 Pro, so a great pickup, especially if you want to get back into Borderlands, if you want to be introduced to the series for the first time. That is a great buy, especially with that update. Again, really accentuates the power of the PlayStation 4 Pro. Also, did want to give you guys a heads up that Borderlands Game of the Year Edition was quietly released on the PlayStation Store. That's available for $30 right now, so if you're looking to get into Borderlands, let's be real, the Handsome Collection is a way better buy. $15, you got Borderlands 2 as well as Borderlands the pre-sequel, all of the DLC for those games. Borderlands 2 is a better game than Borderlands 1, that's just objectively true. So if you're just looking to get some Borderlands in your life, don't check out the Game of the Year Edition right now, just pick up the Handsome Collection. But for those of you that already played through the Handsome Collection and you just want more Borderlands in your life, the Game of the Year Edition isn't a bad buy, and Borderlands 1 does offer with it a sizable amount of content, so check that out as well, $30 for that. And that's gonna conclude this video. For those of you guys that love your RPGs on the PlayStation 4, yeah, there's gonna be a lot to check out this year. From major titles like Borderlands 3, but also, as I mentioned, we've got Paranoia, Happiness is Mandatory, as well as Torchlight 2. Those are some interesting games, and I would recommend you guys to keep your eyes on them, but we went over all that information on Borderlands 3. If you want to check out the Handsome Collection, $15 for that, especially with that update. And for you seasoned Borderlands fans out there that already played through the Handsome Collection, Borderlands Game of the Year Edition is available right now for $30. That's not a bad buy either. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.